Welcome to episode 3 of the New Zealand series, and we're currently in the small town of Hahei in the Coromandel Peninsula. In the last episode, we visited the wild natural phenomenon of hot water beach. I've never experienced anything quite like that. Today, I'm going to take you on a hike to the stunning Cathedral Cove and show you around the town a bit. This is a beautiful area of New Zealand, and I highly recommend that you take the time to visit. So they do have the entire parking lot shut off. They don't want anyone parking here, and they've got, I think it just attracted far too much traffic, but it is absolutely beautiful. Now here's some logistics you need to know. Cathedral Cove was attracting way too much traffic to this neighborhood. It is very popular, especially in high season. So there's a few different options to get there. Here's the main parking lot where I'm standing. It's right here on the map. This is where Google Maps is going to take you, but you cannot park here. You can catch a ride here and get dropped off. You can hike here from the town, and that adds another 30 minutes or so, and it's hilly. There's a boat taxi from the main beach in town, or you can take a shuttle, and I'll show you some more details on the shuttle at the end. The most beautiful view. Now the cove, I believe, is down by those rocks down there. This shows all the islands in the view. It's a little damp this morning. There are just so many birds here. It is so beautiful. And no dogs, the sign says. Up to $800 fine if you bring a dog, unfortunately. Welcome to Cathedral Cove. It's good to know this path is paved. It'll be really steep coming back up, but it is paved. Now I guess there's something called the track that's down that way that is closed. So just follow the signs to Cathedral Cove. I hear birds chirping. Now from the lodge where we stayed, there's also a walking path. So it would add about another 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, I think, from the lodge to the drop-off area. And then there's a 30-minute walk down to the cove. What is this? The New Zealand War I Memorial Forest. Took me a while to see what that said. Huh. I don't know the significance of this.
How did they get to be down there?
There's sheep down there, though. It's pretty. I found out about the World War I Memorial Forest, and it's really interesting. It was an initiative that was launched in 2015. It commemorates every New Zealander who lost their life in World War I, more than 18,000 people, by planting one native tree for every soldier across 10 memorial forest sites on the Coromandel Peninsula. All right, when you hit the World War I Memorial Forest, let me cover the wind. I forgot my little wind muff. That it's about halfway at this point, and I wonder if that's a restroom structure, and it's funny they have it painted. This is the Cathedral Cove Gateway Trail. I don't know how you get here. It looks like it's a private property. I'm not really sure right here. But you see up there on the road, it says there's another car park, I think, up that way. Last toilet stop. How funny.
That's the property line for those people.
All right, we're only 10 minutes, so a little over the halfway point. So back here were these little food trucks, and I have a feeling, because I saw online when I was looking at the path during the summer, I bet they have like an ice cream stand there, which would be absolutely phenomenal. So bring a little bit of money for that if you're coming in the warm weather. These are so unique. It reminds me of the agave in the desert southwest, except a large furry black stalk. I wonder if we'll see up close What plant produces that? I don't know. So there's a lot of up and down, up and down. I've also wondered about these palm trees. That kind of looks like when they turn black, maybe the leaves are dying and the new ones are coming out the top. I don't know, but I like the combination of black and green palm trees. Okay, here we go. What? It's wood. That is surprising. Huh.
Is it a palm tree that they've just cut down?
Maybe.
Because look at the structure.
Yeah, I think it's a palm tree.
Well, who knows?
I saw these earlier and I thought it was just a plant growth from a plant, but it looks like it's just a tree trunk. That is interesting. They looked furry. I guess I have cactus on the brain, so I was thinking they were like a cactus, but you can see here, you can see kind of the palms. Wow, that's really interesting. I have a lot to learn about the unique plants and animals of this region. First set of steps. So there is a set of steps in the last 10 minutes of the walk here. I can hear the ocean. It sounds amazing. Gonna be a bit of a hike to come back. The landscape is naturally unstable. Water hazards. The beach here are wild and not patrolled, so do not get in trouble in the water. Well, don't worry, because I'm not going in the water. I just want to see the rock formations. Wow, there's a steep drop off here. I'm going to hold the handrail. Here it is. That is amazing. Now there's a waterfall over there, and the beautiful cove. And then even behind me, these rocks are pretty incredible. Okay, it says no stopping in the archway, rocks fall. And the water is coming right up. We're gonna run in there and run back and hope we don't get wow. Looks like it's kind of high tide right now. All right, we made it to Cathedral Cove. Absolutely stunning, my friends. One of the most beautiful places here. So from the drop-off point, they do say to allow about an hour and a half to get down to the cove and back, and that's about right. And it's pretty steep. So, you know, it's up and down, but when you come back, it's mostly uphill. So it's absolutely beautiful. This is a very, very popular spot. So if you've got the time, another Swifty Travel recommends. And I don't have a restroom report for you today, but they do have restrooms up here at the drop-off point as well. Nothing really opens until 8:30 or 9 except for the Little Blue Kitchen opens at 8. So this is where we're getting our breakfast this morning. Oh, and there's another Juicy van. There's a lot of these Juicy van rentals here, and we're always in somebody's way. So let's get something for breakfast. So cute.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Not too far from where we stayed, there's a little parking lot. There is a particular access point if you want to walk the long way over to Cathedral Cove. And then this is the beginning of the beach here at Hahei Beach. Now, one important thing to note is on this area of the beach, dogs are allowed off the leash. So it's a fun place to bring your dogs. Hi. So in talking to one of the locals here at this beach, they said in the summertime, the dogs are only allowed before 9 a.m. and after 6 p.m. because otherwise it's too hot. Maybe the sand is too hot for them. So as you can see right here about 9 o'clock, not in high season, there's a big old empty parking lot right here. This is where you pick up the park and ride to Cathedral Cove. It was a little bit confusing because there was that big parking lot down the way. I think during the summertime it must get like really, really packed. And so since it was empty, I didn't really understand where the bus stop was. So you just kind of have to come a little bit farther up the street. Here is the bus stop, and there's a little kiosk here for purchasing your tickets. I thought that it was cash only, but it looks like now they have a little credit card station. So that's really good news. So you can pay here. It is $7 for the tour. So you can buy your tickets right here. So now we're going to be heading back to Auckland today to join our tour group later this afternoon. And then we're going to be going to many more locations on both the North and the South Island. So I hope you can subscribe and join the tour. I'd love to have you with us. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks so much.